Hello everybody, hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports news, this being all around Smash. And you know what guys, it's been a while. How you guys doing, Smash community out there, since I've covered a story about everything going on inside the FGC scene, because it's been pretty crazy, right? We've had several events ever since EVO, of course before EVO as well, and a lot of shocking topics being brought to light as of recently. You know what's not shocking though by now is accusations and stories around the one and notorious only Ally. Now this actually revolves around his former 16-year-old boyfriend being Zack, actually exposing him for further things, and we've seen increasing allegations around this Ally character, which I will talk about also more tomorrow in an interview I've done with his ex-girlfriend, that being Bree, but we'll save that for tomorrow, guys. This one being all around match fixing across 2 different events, and Zack actually came forward publicly. You know, props to the guy for actually publicly admitting to this, and of course taking with that all of the repercussions and punishments for it, but he does state in his twitlonger, guys, some very crucial information about forcing Ally to actually throw at a couple different events. As he shows both those text messages and conversations on screen for all of you guys, what a lot of people are interpreting as pretty much blackmailing at the point of this, apparently not telling the secret yet of these two actually being in a relationship, and possibly using that against Ally to then of course force him to not win at events and go out early, because according to Zack's own words, he didn't feel that Ally deserved to be competing or even winning at events in general, which kind of shows you the toxicity of this relationship, which Zack does talk about further in that twitlonger, which I will post down below for all of you guys. I'm left feeling very bad for a lot of people out there in these kind of scenes, because you can tell the way this relationship certainly went, especially the way they might have felt towards each other, and the general relationship, of course, when it did come out, when it of course Ally did retire from the sport entirely right around the time of the announcement, so people were kind of left with the controversy of, did he retire because he knew the announcement was going to be made and he was going to be exposed about this relationship, which he is still facing backlash for, and everything around this just adds more pressure to both of these characters, and I'm left feeling a bit bad for Zack in the situation, but I know there's certainly both sides of the story. Some people feeling very angry about this, which is rightfully so as well. If you do bet on matches, or of course if you believe in the integrity of the match, what he did is certainly not right. Even though he did publicly admit to that, guys, we can probably expect for both of these characters, although Ally being retired, if he does compete in the future, especially when it comes in terms of Zack, we can expect a lot of organizers out there to follow suit of 2GG and just not allow them to compete and ban them entirely, if not for a long time, probably for life. And so that's pretty much it. It's a pretty straightforward story, right? Any other esport out there, any other community where you publicly admit to match fixing or match throwing, whatever you do want to call it, in this case at a couple events at least, especially, not just once. Who knows if it went on besides that, although with him publicly admitting this, I assume that they probably admitted to everything he did do in terms of match throwing and fixing, that being Zack alongside Ally. Any other community out there, esport, yes, this would be resulting in probably a lengthy ban, if not a lifetime ban for games like CSGO. It would be for life. We'll see how other organizers do react in the future, because we do have 2 steady pros, of course Ally being retired now, but notoriously named pro players out there like Ally, and again Zack, very competitive himself. It's going to be very weird to see the future of these 2 players and where they do go, and especially their association with one another. This whole situation has been pretty crazy, and I want to tread lightly around it, because again, I'm left feeling bad for one side of the story, not so much on the Ally side, because of all of the accusations this guy has against him. His name is going to go down in infamy, I do feel, not so much famously or not so much notoriously, based on all the things he has done. And once again, guys, I hope you come back tomorrow, thanks to Bree, his ex-girlfriend, who have actually interviewed with me about all those accusations against him from his former relationship, that being emotionally abusive, potential suicidal threats, other crazy stories that Ally has been involved with, and certainly do not paint him in a very good light. Then of course you hear about match fixing and throwing, and you see about how him and Zack's relationship has been. It just seems to be a very, I don't even want to say troubled soul. It seemed to be a very troubled individual being involved in all these circumstances. But as always, my name is Jake, breaking down esports news here on the daily. If you guys want to stop by tomorrow for that interview with his ex-girlfriend, I would greatly appreciate support on that as well. But you definitely don't have to. Just in all, guys, kind of a shocking situation around this FGC community, and we're seeing some very shocking stories besides this one as well. If you guys want me to cover those in the future, please leave a comment down below, as I really do enjoy reading all of those comments on top of that. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.